So, Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. This has been a kind of tough one for me to review because so much of my thoughts and feelings around the game are influenced by the other games, the other first-person shooters that have been released in 2016, including Titanfall 2, Battlefield 1, Doom, and I think that without going into like a huge amount of detail, I think I really enjoyed Call of Duty Infinite Warfare, and I loved that the Modern Warfare remaster is included in some of the SKUs. I think that at the same time as I really enjoyed, I enjoyed the single player campaign. It had some problems, but I liked it, and I thought it was a really good effort. I liked it more than Ghosts by quite a long margin, or wide margin. I think that it just doesn't stand out. Is the real my real diagnosis with Infinite Warfare. It's very formulaic. It follows kind of all the patterns you'd expect from a Call of Duty game. And I don't know that that's enough anymore. I don't know if that just changing the setting and going into the future is enough for this franchise to really stand out. Well, and especially in a year like 2016. So Call of Duty, Infinite Warfare's multiplayer is really very good. I mean, I think it's very much Black Ops 3 all over again, but with less colorful, toony sort of avatars and some little changes and some new maps, and really, it's just another solid multiplayer experience. And it's interesting playing it, right next to Modern Warfare Remastered, which, the gameplay is just so different. I kept wanting to double jump in Modern Warfare, and I think that presents kind of a unique challenge for Activision going forward. They know that a lot of gamers are kind of tired of the futuristic setting, but how do they go back? How do you go back from this very fast, almost showy gameplay to something that's kind of a lot more slow paced and boots on the ground? So I don't know. That's a huge challenge, and I'm not sure how they're going to tackle it. But really, I guess my takeaway right now is that Call of Duty Infinite Warfare has a solid campaign, solid multiplayer. The zombies mode is fun, but zombies mode is kind of been done to death. I want something new. Multiplayer. Again, it's how much can you praise a game that basically is just like the predecessor? And then the campaign, which I think is a great campaign, maybe not as ambitious or sort of trippy and interesting as Black Ops 3, but maybe the best, tightest campaign in a few years, maybe since Black Ops 2. And yet, you play this up against Titanfall 2, which was just such a unique, fast, almost godlike experience, and it sort of suffers by comparison, whether that's fair or not. So, Call of Duty Infinite Warfare, solid game. I recommend it. I just don't think it's going to make any waves in the very crowded shooter market, and if you're having to choose between this or some of the other really good games like Battlefield 1 or Titanfall 2, unless you're a diehard Call of Duty player that really wants to, be in on every game, this is one that you might want to skip. And not because it's bad, but just because there's a lot of other stuff to choose from. So I like the game. I've had a lot of fun, especially in the multiplayer, and I still just don't know if it rises to the occasion. I think that Activision needs to up the ante. I think we need a bigger, longer campaigns with more choices. I think we need multiplayer that doesn't lock so much behind a season pass, and I think we need a new co-op mode that, or at least a more alternating co-op mode that doesn't just rely on zombies, but does other interesting things. Ghost did Aliens a few years ago. I'd like to see Aliens again, but maybe a different kind of alien. All told, a good game, a solid game, just not an exceptional game. And I think that for Call of Duty to really come back and reach its heyday again, it's going to need to do exceptional. That's my take.